Hey friends, I'm coming to chat with you a little bit about Father's Day, which was yesterday. And the reason that I'm doing it is because I think that there's some important information that some of which you might be aware of, some of which I'm going to guess you've probably not heard these ideas before. But it's about taking some time and reflecting on how your relationship with your father affects every other part of your life. Every other part of your life. Good or bad, whatever your relationship is. Some of this stuff you've probably heard before, right? Many people have heard that, the way in which you grew up, the relationship you have with your father. If you're a female, we hear about how it impacts what type of partnership you choose down the road. If you're a male, it's like your role model for how you become a man, that kind of stuff. I agree with all of that. Even as functioning adults, many times, professional adults, very wise, very smart, very capable. What we're often not really aware of is how the relationships with both of our parents, today we're just kind of talking about Father's Day because it was yesterday, but the relationship with both of our parents can impact our beliefs about ourselves, and those beliefs affect not only our partnerships, right? But it literally affects every other aspect of our lives, including our finances. Did you know that? Did you know that finances, the money that you make is affected by what your relationship was like with each of your parents? Here's why. So I want you to think about the word abundance, right? So lots of times people are hearing about, oh, I want to manifest abundance. I want more abundance. I want wealth, right? All good things. If we think about what the word abundance kind of is about, it's about having more than we need, right? It's like the extra. It's abundant, right? It's above and beyond the basic needs. So I would encourage you to reflect on when you were growing up. Number one, were your basic needs met? Very important, right? Basic needs meaning food, shelter, safety, but also basic needs in terms of emotional safety, emotional connection, right? Those are important for our development as human beings. Often gets overlooked. Beyond our basic needs, here's where the abundance things comes in. Were my desires met? Was I allowed to desire more than my basic needs? Did I feel like my parents wanted to connect with me, right? So it's the difference between them taking care of me versus did they seek me out? Were they interested in what I was interested in? Were they trying to get to know me and understand me? Was I celebrated for being exactly who I am, even if it was different than they are, right? Or was I only celebrated when I followed their programming, their beliefs about how I should be, right? All of those things over time start to create beliefs in ourselves about not only our relationships with other people. Am I desired? Do people want to connect with me? Do they only want to connect with a certain version of me? Do they want the authentic me? But it also affects how finances, right? Our career. So if I use me as the example, right? And I say I would like to earn a certain amount of money, right? Or I would like to have more clients wanting to come work with me. Do I believe that people want to work with me? Do I believe that what I have to offer people is desired? Do I believe that my authentic self, what I would bring to a relationship, is wanted, or is it only wanted if I follow other society's like expectations of what things should be like, right? That affects how I do business. That energetically affects who I attract to me, right? So if I look back into how I grew up, what I can say is with my relationship with my dad, he was very encouraging of my grades. And so he really celebrated when I did well. He was not great, didn't know how to, because it wasn't done for him, did not know how to celebrate me for me, right? So like I really loved volleyball. My dad did not come to any volleyball stuff except for like the one day a year where they would have like parents' night, right? He wasn't curious about it with me. He wasn't curious about what I liked about volleyball, how I felt about my games, like any of that stuff, right? So that affects my beliefs about myself. I get attention when I follow other people's scripts. I don't get attention when I'm doing my own thing. As an adult, even though this is my job, even though I'm a relatively intelligent adult, those beliefs are still somewhere inside of my heart, right? And that affects, do I feel safe and comfortable showing up authentically in my work environments, right? Do I feel safe and comfortable showing up online, right? And being my authentic self? Do I trust that people will want to be with me, want to work with me, even when I'm maybe different than other people, right? So the same is going to be true for all of you guys too. I'm just using me as the example. Get curious about what your relationship was like with your father in terms of how that affects partnerships, friendships, and also finances. I know I'm kind of just hitting the tip of the iceberg here. So if it is bringing you more questions, feel free to drop a comment or ask a question. I'm happy to try to explain more on what I'm talking about. And if it resonates with you, if you're realizing like, oh yeah, that's true for me too, I would love to hear that. It's not about throwing anybody's father under the bus, right? That's not what any of this is about. It's about our awareness about what beliefs about myself did I pick up from that relationship, and how do those things show up, even in sneaky ways, in my present day. So, hope this is helpful, friends. As always, I'm just still trying to bring awareness around not just mental health awareness, but our own curiosity, our own introspection, and how each of us might grow and evolve. So until next time, friends, take care.